Welcome and thank you for joining the webinar about connecting ForeFlight Mobile with your avionics. We start with discussing the ForeFlight Connect capabilities and requirements. Then I'll show you how to connect your ForeFlight mobile app with panel-mounted avionics. And finally, I'll demonstrate the connection to several portable devices to get in-flight traffic and weather information. Before we begin, I want to cover a few housekeeping items. You can ask questions via the GoToWebinar message panel on the right. Please click the section which looks like a question mark to expand that section and put in your question. We will respond as many of those questions as we can directly during the presentation and will also respond to others in the Q&A portion. If your question isn't answered during the session, please send an email to team@foreflight.com. If you have audio problems during this webinar, we recommend joining from a computer because we have found mobile devices tend to have more problems with the GoToWebinar platform. Now let's get started. ForeFlight Connect allows ForeFlight Mobile to wirelessly connect to and exchange information with portable devices as well as panel-mount avionics to make flying easier, safer and more efficient. The iPad running ForeFlight Mobile connects via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi to the external devices. When Garmin avionics connects best via Bluetooth, avionics from Everdyn, Dynon, AHRS or portables connecting via a Wi-Fi network. ForeFlight Connect is license-free and available to all subscription levels. The slide lists ForeFlight Mobile's capabilities when connected with supported devices. With many leading avionics systems, ForeFlight Mobile provides you with bidirectional flight plan transmission functionality. External devices can provide you with GPS and AHRS data, traffic and weather information. Finally, ForeFlight Mobile can receive the carbon monoxide level from a Sentry Plus. Bidirectional flight plan transmission functionality allows to send your flight plan route to the connected avionics, load the route from the connected avionics, and receive route changes made in your connected device. When all iPhones have a built-in GPS receiver, only Wi-Fi and cellular iPads have a GPS receiver. Wi-Fi only iPads do not have GPS receivers but can still get position information from a wireless network. If you have a Wi-Fi only iPad and need accurate GPS position data, you definitely need to use an external GPS receiver. The internal GPS of an iPhone or Wi-Fi and cellular iPad is not VAS and not aviation grade, but it's good enough for most general aviation use cases. While you can often get between 5 and 10 meters accuracy fixes from these built-in GPS receivers, it is less reliable than an aviation device. Additionally, there is 1 second or so lag in position updates compared to purpose-built aviation handhelds or panel-mounted avionics. In some cases, electrically heated windshields have interfered with GPS accuracy on iPads and iPhones. If you run into that issue, try turning the windshield heat off to see if there is a change in accuracy. However, ForeFlight Mobile can also receive available GPS position data from avionics systems connected to ForeFlight via the ForeFlight Connect option, and then you will get the same accuracy as a connected device provides. ForeFlight supports a range of portable devices such as the Sentry family, Stratus, Bedelf, and Garmin portables, to name a few. If your GPS position does not show in ForeFlight Mobile, or if the location disabled pop-up displays, open Apple Settings, tap Privacy, then Location Service, or open Apple Settings, scroll down the list of apps and tap ForeFlight. Confirm that the location services are on and the settings for ForeFlight is always. The recommended setting for ForeFlight is always because this allows the app to function as designed if the iPad or iPhone is sleeping or ForeFlight Mobile is put into the background, so track logs can continue to record. If you choose while using the app, you may delay updating your position after the app is reopened. ForeFlight Connect provides you with attitude heading reference system data (AHRS) from external devices. Synthetic vision is available on both the iPad and iPhone and is included with the Pro Plus and Performance Plus subscription for individuals. But without an AHRS device, you only will see a graphical depiction of terrain in synthetic vision and no attitude information. Select supported devices can provide the necessary AHRS data for pitch and bang. If you don't already have an AHRS device, our recommendation is a Sentry or a Sentry Plus. When multiple connected devices, like a panel-mounted avionics and parallel a mobile device, are providing AHRS data, ForeFlight Mobile will default to the panel mount AHRS data source, following a predetermined hierarchy to utilize the most accurate AHRS source. If the primary AHRS source is lost, the app will use the next best option on that hierarchy. The Avidyne IFD series, Dyne and Skyview, selected Garmin devices, and the Honeywell Apex FMS are panel avionics that provides you with AHRS data. For details, please visit the ForeFlight buying guide on our webpage. ForeFlight Mobile can also display traffic information when connected to an ADS-B in or FLARM receiver. All subscription levels of ForeFlight can display ADS-B traffic when connected to a supported receiver. ADS-B traffic is enabled by default when connected to a receiver and can be disabled or enabled by toggling the traffic layer in the Maps layer selection menu. Traffic targets are shown relative to your position, with plus or minus indicating whether the traffic is above or below your altitude, and airborne traffic targets have a traffic trend vector projected in front of the arrowhead to indicate the target's expected position in the next 60 seconds. Because Ground-Based Traffic Information Service (TSB) is not available outside the United States, let's dig a little bit deeper into the systems used in other regions. ADS-B stands for Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, a surveillance capability for tracking aircraft. So the aircraft ADS-B transmitter regularly reports or broadcasts this position, pressure, altitude, and ground speed information. The advantage of ADS-B is that any appropriately equipped ground facility or other aircraft can receive these position reports. Such receivers can be manufactured at a mega cost, and due to the transmit power of the Mode 0 transponders, the detection range for ADS-B is excellent. As long as a target is 1090 MHz ADS-B out-equipped, ADS-B is an excellent tool for collision avoidance. In Europe, the ADS-B requirement applies only to IFR flights and only for aircraft with a maximum takeoff weight of 5,700 kilograms or greater or a maximum cruising speed greater than 250 knots. However, voluntary use of ADS-B out is growing fast. Today, more pilots are improving their visibility by fitting an ADS-B out capable transponder into their aircraft. FLARM is a proprietary system owned by FLARM Technology Switzerland. The idea is to have a device that broadcasts its own GPS position and altitude using the license-free frequency. The signal is proprietary and should only be received by FLARM receivers. The receiver can then compare its own position with the GPS position of the other aircraft. FLARM was originally designed for gliders and contains special algorithms determining when the traffic advisory will be issued. This is important for gliders flying closer to each other compared to powered aircraft. The two big drawbacks of FLARM are first the limited effective range of FLARM because of the low transmission power, and second, it's a proprietary system, so only transmitted, manufactured or licensed by FLARM should use the system. In real life, many gliders are equipped with FLARM, while its use on powered aircraft is limited and will depend on the region you fly in. Usually, a FLARM device transmits and receives signal. However, solutions such as the Sentry Plus and the SkyEcho 2 can only receive FLARM signals and require a software license. The ForeFlight mobile app can be used to show both ADS-B and FLARM traffic at the same time. In-flight collisions are a recurrent cause of accidents. See and avoid is the best way to evade other traffic. If connected with a traffic data providing device, the ForeFlight mobile app shows traffic on the map with their details. When zooming in, you can see the track vector of the traffic target, or when tapping a target, you can find details like the call sign, the pressure altitude, or transmitted airspeed. If synthetic vision is added to a Basic Plus subscription plan, or if you have a Pro Plus subscription or higher, the traffic targets within 11 nautical miles of your current position are shown in the synthetic vision view. To convey the distance, traffic targets closer to your positions are shown in a larger size, and traffic targets fade out beyond 11 nautical miles away from your position. If your aircraft and the traffic target are each moving faster than 40 knots, the traffic target will turn yellow if it's within 2 nautical miles horizontally and 1,200 feet vertically of your current position, or will be there within 45 seconds. The traffic target will turn red and the traffic pop-up will be displayed if a traffic target comes within 1 or 3 nautical miles horizontally and plus minus 1,200 feet vertically of your aircraft's position, or will be there in 25 seconds. The pop-up includes the clock direction relative to your aircraft's current track and relative altitude information to help you to locate the target more quickly. If ForeFlight detects that your aircraft is equipped with ADS-B out, an audio alert will also be issued with the same information as a visual pop-up. If no ADS-B out is detected, you will not receive traffic audio alerts. Please be aware, traffic alerts are advisory in nature and are not a replacement for see and avoid or ATC traffic advisories. ForeFlight Connect allows you to see in-flight weather information in the ForeFlight mobile app. In the United States, where ADS-B ground stations are available, or when connected to a Garmin GDL 5152 receiver and with a Cerium XM subscription, ForeFlight can show some weather overlays. You will see an ADS-B beside the weather layers in that case. Because ground-based ADS-B weather information is unavailable outside the United States, getting in-flight weather information requires other solution. The Germany-based company Goltz Engineering has developed ADL devices that utilize an Iridium satellite connection for bringing weather data into your cockpit. Some devices or some versions of these devices provide you with additional AHRS and ADS-B traffic information. In a fixed installation, the devices can be connected to your avionics and show internet radar on your panel mount avionics as well. The ADL Connect app is required on your iPad to transfer the data to ForeFlight Mobile. Let's talk about how to connect your panel-mounted avionics. I'll start in alphabetic order with Avidyne. The Avidyne IFD family is capable of supporting Wi-Fi operations with ForeFlight Mobile, including two-way flight plan data transfer between the IFD and ForeFlight Mobile, GPS position from the IFD to ForeFlight Mobile, traffic data streaming from the IFD to ForeFlight Mobile when using an Avidyne compatible ADS-B receiver. The IFD 550 adds attitude AHRS data provided to the ForeFlight Mobile app. Weather data streaming from the IFD to ForeFlight Mobile, and in Europe that option is available when a Goltz ADL is connected to the Avidyne system. You can find the connectivity options in your Avidyne IFD when tapping on AHRS, Setup, and opening the connectivity app. Both connectivity options, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, are paid options. If those options are not enabled in your Avidyne FMS, the categories and related items will not be shown. To connect ForeFlight Mobile, the Wi-Fi option must be enabled and configured. The IFD Wi-Fi can be configured to function either as a wireless access point or as a client to an external network. If the IFD is configured as an access point, it's set up as a local network to which other devices can be connected. If the IFD is configured as a client, it will connect to the external network and communicate with other devices, like the 10G Plus. After successfully connecting the iPad running ForeFlight Mobile to the Wi-Fi network, you can see the connected IFD 550 in that case with available features under More and Devices in the ForeFlight Mobile app. There is no configuration required inside the ForeFlight Mobile app to see these devices. Tapping on the Avidyne icon shows the status page with more detailed information. ForeFlight Mobile connects also with the Dynon SkyView system via a Wi-Fi connection. To connect your Dynon SkyView with ForeFlight Mobile, you need a Wi-Fi adapter for SkyView for each Dynon screen you have installed. The USB adapters may be purchased from an authorized Dynon Avionics dealer or directly from Dynon Avionics. The SkyView system has to run a software version of 12.0 or later. After the Wi-Fi adapters are installed, configure the SkyView Wi-Fi network through SkyView Setup menu. To connect ForeFlight and SkyView, simply join the SkyView network from your iPad and the SkyView icon will appear under devices and you can check the status page for details. ForeFlight Mobile connects to several Garmin avionics devices directly or through a FlightStream 110, 210 or 510 wireless gateway. Devices like the Garmin GTN series, Garmin 500, 600 or Garmin 1000 NXI require a Garmin FlightStream 510 SD card, which can be purchased from a Garmin dealer or avionics shop. The Garmin GTX 335, 345 transponders or the Garmin 3X Touch have built-in wireless connectivity. For legacy Garmin 1000 systems, there's no option available for getting wireless connectivity. You must create a flight plan using external tools and store the plan on a SD memory card. ForeFlight does not provide avionics database update capabilities or concierge service with Garmin avionics. But a BedAv Wombat and Jeppesen Distribution Manager mobile app can be used for updating avionics databases on Garmin and avionics. For connecting existing VAS-capable GNS devices, the GNS 430 VAS and 530 VAS, to connect ForeFlight Mobile, a FlightStream 210 and the GNS firmware of 5.2 or higher are required. The FlightStream enables the bidirectional flight plan transfer between ForeFlight Mobile and the GNS system. From the FlightStream 210, you will get additional altitude AHRS data and the pressure altitude. ADS-B traffic data can be transferred from a separate ADS-B capable device like the GTX 345 or a GDL84 and GDL88. Please be aware, when adding a GTX 345 transponder to a legacy GNS 430 VAS or 530 VAS installation with a FlightStream 210, the installation requires the GTX 345 to be physically wired to the FlightStream 210 and the GTX 345 Bluetooth to be disabled, so that the ADS-B weather and traffic data is sent to ForeFlight Mobile only through the FlightStream 210's Bluetooth connection. Your avionics shop will do this as part of the installation process. There is no connectivity option for older non-VAS GNS 430 and 530 devices. When connected to the supported Garmin avionics via Bluetooth, you can add parallel a portable device via Wi-Fi. Here's a ForeFlight Mobile screenshot in a real-world installation. You can see a ForeFlight Sentry connected via Wi-Fi to the iPad when a FlightStream 510 equipped Garmin GTN 750 is connected via Bluetooth. Both devices are listed at More Devices and provide GPS position, barometric pressure and ADS-B information. But if you have multiple devices providing ADS-B, GPS or AHRS data, which device data is used? It's simple. When multiple connected devices provide the same data, ForeFlight Mobile will default to the panel mount data source, following a predetermined hierarchy to utilize the most accurate data source. If the primary data source is lost, the app will use the next best option based on that hierarchy. If you have two ADS-B receivers connected simultaneously, they will compete within ForeFlight, which may lead to traffic or weather information errors. Therefore, you should always use only one ADS-B receiver connected to ForeFlight. Tapping on the Connect icon shows the details of the connected FlightStream 510 SD card, and here in that case the pressure altitude enabled. On the button you can find the transferred route when loaded. When connected to the panel mount avionics, an additional icon appears in the Send To options. Beside the option via the Send To button, you can send the planned route directly from the FPL window to the avionics. After tapping the Connect icon, you can decide if you want to load a route from the panel or send a route to the panel. A pop-up window is displayed when sending the flight plan to the avionics or when the route will be loaded from the avionics. If ATC gives you waypoints not on the planned route or provides you with shortcuts, the change in the flight plan done in the avionics is automatically synchronized back to the ForeFlight mobile app. Now let's talk about ForeFlight Connect for portable devices. ForeFlight Mobile supports several portable and installed traffic devices. Portables like the ForeFlight Sentry family or the uAvionix SkyEcho 2, Stratos portables or other devices are cost-effective solutions for traffic recognition or bringing vast GPS to your iPad. Installed avionics like the Garmin GTX 345 transponder, the Level 3 NGT series transponder provide you with ADS-B in and out functionality. The AHRS Air Traffic 1 fixed installation device transmits ADS-B in and FLARM traffic information via Wi-Fi to the ForeFlight mobile app. The Sentry Plus is the most full-featured portable ADS-B and GPS receiver with an integrated carbon monoxide monitor and alarm. You can order this device via the internet shops of Sporties, Skyfox or the Pilot Shop in Luxembourg. This next-generation portable ADS-B receiver provides vast GPS position data and AHRS data for synthetic vision to the ForeFlight mobile app. In the US, Ground-Based Traffic Information Service allows the detection of ADS-B equipped aircraft and aircraft using Mode Charlie and Mode Sierra transponders in that region. In other regions, outside the US, only ADS-B and FLARM traffic information transmitted from other aircraft can be received with Sentry Plus. Aircraft equipped only with a Mode Sierra or Mode Charlie transponder are not shown in the ForeFlight mobile app. The Sentry Plus can be used to display FLARM traffic in ForeFlight Mobile after adding a FLARM software license to the ForeFlight subscription plan. Additionally, the Sentry Plus provides barometric pressure information and G-forces to ForeFlight Mobile, and as I already said, contains a carbon monoxide sensor and alarm system for enhanced safety. When initially joining the Sentry or Sentry Plus Wi-Fi, ForeFlight Mobile asks you to set up the device. You can choose the mount position of the Sentry Plus and enable or disable power options, track lock import, or calibrate the AHRS. After the initial setup, you can calibrate the Sentry Plus again by tapping the AHRS icon in synthetic vision. Another portable, the uAvionix SkyEcho 2, transmits and receives ADS-B signals. The device includes a dual-band ADS-B receiver to receive position reports from other ADS-B equipped aircraft. In Europe, users can also enable a FLARM receiver to display FLARM-equipped aircraft. Both FLARM and ADS-B traffic are transmitted to the ForeFlight mobile app. With 20 watts transmit power, the ADS-B signal from the SkyEcho 2 can be received up to 40 nautical miles away. This ADS-B out capability is consistent with the UK CAA and Australian CASA electronic conspicuity standards. The SkyEcho enables you to see and be seen by transmitting your aircraft position, altitude, course, and speed to surrounding aircraft in these regions. The SkyEcho 2 is automatically recognized by the ForeFlight mobile app after connecting the iPad via Wi-Fi to the SkyEcho 2 network. GPS data, ADS-B, and FLARM are the capabilities. Enabling FLARM requires a purchase of an optional license key for the SkyEcho 2. The SkyEcho details allowing access to the SkyEcho web user interface for configuration. The web user interface is shown in the Safari browser of the iPad or iPhone and can be used for updating the firmware or accessing the SkyEcho setup pages. The SkyEcho settings provide the option for enabling the ADS-B transmit function, which is only allowed in the UK and Australia. The receiver mode FLARM is for Europe only. ICAO address and call sign are used for detecting the ownership. You can find these data in your aircraft documents. The FLARM ID is used when the aircraft has a separate FLARM transmitter on board. For more details, please have a look at the SkyEcho user manual. The second option in the SkyEcho user interface is a Wi-Fi setup, where you can define the Wi-Fi network name, a password, or more. For checking the traffic update, you can tap on the timestamp in the upper left corner of the map screen. The timestamp shows when the traffic layer, in that case, was updated the last time. The settings for the connected devices can also be reached when tapping on the gear icon on top of the map screen. Simply scroll down the list and you find the connected device at the bottom of the list. After tapping here the SkyEcho 2 Connect, you can get the same entries when selecting the Device tab. This easy access to the device settings is available to all connected devices. ForeFlight Mobile uses an extension of the industry standard GDL90 data interface specification for third-party devices to transmit the GPS position, AHRS data, traffic data, weather data, and more to ForeFlight Mobile. ForeFlight does not test or provide support for devices that use the specification. If you experience problems with a device, please get in touch with the device manufacturer for assistance. For more information about the connection protocol, please see the GDL90 extended specification at www.foreflight.com/connect/spec. Examples of third-party devices are the Garmin GDL series, Pilot Aware Rosetta, or the avionics Connect module. Pilot Aware is a system similar to FLARM. It also transmits on a license-free frequency and has the same transmit power limitations. In addition to FLARM, the Pilot Aware system also operates ground stations, that rebroadcasts traffic information similarly to ADSR and traffic information service, but with very low transmit power and limited geographic coverage. PilotAware is mostly used in the UK, and there are a few installations in continental Europe. ForeFlight Mobile can also display FLARM traffic information delivered via the NMEA protocol, which was used on older devices. An adapter, typically Wi-Fi, is required to convert the NMEA data into a format the iPad can receive. The avionics Air Connect module provides a one-to-one connection between, for example, a Butterfly FLARM device and the iPad. There are many things more to learn about avionics connectivity with ForeFlight. Please search in the ForeFlight Connect section of the Support Center at the ForeFlight webpage. The video library provides you with helpful courses. And the Pilot's Guide to ForeFlight Mobile, available in the Documents section of the ForeFlight Mobile app, contains a lot of information. The Pilot Support Team is happy to answer your questions. Sometimes ForeFlight Support is asking you for device diagnostics. In the Devices tab, tap 3 times in quick succession on the word Devices on top of the screen. And you can select the device log the support is asking for. Then send them via email to team@foreflight.com. To learn more and check functionality by yourself if you are not a ForeFlight customer, you can register for a free 30-day trial of the ForeFlight mobile app. Under foreflight.com/releases, you can find information about updated and new functionality. To review this webinar or register for coming webinars, please visit www.foreflight.com/webinars. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to get in touch with our support team and write an email to team@foreflight.com. Now I'll answer some of the questions asked during the webinar. A lot of questions are coming in regarding Garmin avionics. So the question, for example, can we connect ForeFlight Mobile with GPS 175? And of course, yes, we can connect to the 175 via built-in Garmin Connect Bluetooth connection. And with the GPS 175 flight plan transfer, bidirectional AHRS GPS position is available. And when connected, or when the GPS 175 is connected to an ADS-B traffic and weather device, like the Garmin GTX 345 or 45R transponder, or a GDL88, so then you can also receive traffic and, if in the US, also weather information via the GPS 175. The same is valid for the connection regarding the GNX 375 or the built-in attitude indicator. So they are more functional at GI 275. Although these devices can be connected to ForeFlight Mobile. Can you get audio warnings in your headset or via the headset? Yes. So you can connect a Bluetooth headset to your iPad, and you will get audio alerts in the headset parallel to the connection to your avionics or to your portable devices. Is there a way to combine ADS-B and FLARM input with one device other than the Sentry Plus? Yes, well, there are already some examples mentioned in the presentation. I will say it again, it's a uAvionix SkyEcho 2, for example, Pilot Aware Rosetta, or the open source Stratix project is also a device which works with ForeFlight Mobile. So, okay, there's a question if I can get parallel via Garmin flight stream and the Sentry ADS-B traffic. So I already mentioned that using several ADS-B devices can lead to issues. So we recommend using a single ADS-B traffic source, which can be the Sentry or the built-in avionics. On the other hand, in my aircraft, there was a Skywatch 497 installed, which receives more than ADS-B traffic. That device was connected to the GTN 7050, and via flight stream 510, I've received the traffic from that device parallel to the connected Sentry Plus. So yeah, you have to try it out, but using several devices have to be used very careful. A question to Everdine. Can we get Everdine information from the Everdine MLX 770 into ForeFlight? And from the Everdine avionics, we are connecting with the IFT series, the 440, 540, and 550 series. And not all of the information are passed over to ForeFlight Connect from the Everdine devices. So at the moment, we don't show the weather information from that Everdine devices. So then there are some questions from ADS-B out capable transponders. So it's great to see that many people have them installed. So the Benix King KT74 or the Trick transponder, or the Garmin 330 extended squitter capable devices. So can I connect them to the avionics? So in most cases, yes, that's possible. But it's not required to see the traffic information. So ForeFlight is automatically recognizing these devices as own chip and showing your own chip device. And so it's also bringing the audio alerts acoustically if your aircraft is connected with these ADS-B out capable transponders. Is it possible to receive ADS-B in Europe? Yes, but it's not ground station based. So that's the reason you see always on the Sentry Plus, for example, a red LED for ADS-B, because there are no ADS-B towers available in Europe, but you can see aircraft equipped with ADS-B out transponders, and fortunately more and more pilots are adding these capabilities to their aircraft. So activate. Yeah, if you run into issues with ForeFlight Connect, please drop an email to team@foreflight.com. Short description: what is your configuration? At best, you have the releases, the firmware releases available, and yeah, send it to our team, and then we can answer the questions. And yeah, don't forget to send diagnostics by tapping 3 times on the word devices under more and devices in the ForeFlight mobile app. Last question, how stable is the Golze device in connection with ForeFlight? That the Golze device requires the Golze app. So for everybody who do not know what the Golze is a German-based company, and they have developed a device which brings weather information into your cockpit in flight via Iridium satellite connection or LTE connection. So there are different models available, and the Golze app is required to bring that weather information into ForeFlight, but there is a description on the Golze web page how to connect the Golze device with ForeFlight. And if I remember right, we have done a webinar last year about bringing weather into the cockpit, and there was a description how you can connect the Golze device to ForeFlight Mobile to have in-flight weather information. So, and the good thing is also here you see some improvements, more and more weather information, not only the radar pictures or meter and TAF information are sent to ForeFlight Mobile. You can also get more information like freezing levels, wind aloft, and more into your iPad. Okay, so thank you for listening. Thank you for joining the webinar, and hope to see you all at Aero. Have a good evening. Bye.